Hey everyone, Tony Winston here for Jazz Piano College. Every time I get to, like a chord progression like B7, like with 13, and then E7 and A7, I'm thinking about the song. Nice work if you can get it. Or even something like... Prelude to a Kiss. Every time I get to those chords, I sound like a rank amateur. I stumble around, and I'm, trying to figure out why. I know the scales, I know. But for some reason, it just still sounds, amateurish. And so I tried playing it in like a slightly different key, a key that maybe I'm more comfortable in, and I realized, well, I'm putting in lots of blues riffs and just stuff I'm comfortable with. And so I said, well, what blues scale do I really need to know on this chord here? Well, of course, there's B, right? But there's also A flat, right? That gives you kind of the major blues scale. Right, you got root, second, flat 3, 3, 5, and 6. But I was thinking of it as an A flat blues scale, like that. And like I've said so many times, maybe not enough times, that the way you think of it is the way that's best for you. So if you want to think of it this way, as that blues scale, great. Or if you want to think of it as an A flat blues scale, just over the B chord, that's the way I was thinking about it to try to help myself. So, and then as I go to E, and I worked this one out too the other day, I just never realized that if you use D flat blues scale, that gives you that E happy blues scale. So I started using these. And then like that. And I said, well, those lines are starting to sound a little bit more like jazz. That doesn't mean you can't, work in some of that other stuff, with, I guess you call it the Lydian dominant scale or the altered scale, depending on how you're thinking of it. If you're thinking of that as an F chord, that's altered scale. If you're thinking of it as the B chord, it's Lydian dominant scale. But it's the same notes. And, maybe you don't want to think of it as either one of those scales. There is a minor melodic ascending scale that is the same also. Can't think what it is, but, it would be, what would it be? F sharp minor melodic. But I just want to think about this blues scale because I am a blues lover, and I got a comment about somebody's comment. Somebody left a comment on my channel. I love jazz, but I hate the blues. So that ruffled my feathers right away. But then I started thinking about it, and I just scrolled through some blues videos. And, I found a lot of blues videos I don't really like. They're just too, I don't know. I'm a fan of Stevie Ray Vaughan, but I could see how somebody who, likes jazz and listens to this, and then all of a sudden, they switch over to Stevie Ray Vaughan doing something, and it's, it's pretty rough. It's got a kind of a raw edge to it. I like it, but I could see how somebody might say, I love jazz, but I hate the blues. Well, get over it. Find some blues that you really like. What can I suggest? The Swinging Shepherd Blues by Natalie Cole.
Okay, let me tell you something. Along a mountain pass, there is a patch of grass where the swinging shepherd plays a tune.
Check that one out.
I'm gonna live in misery. They call it Starry Monday. Say,
That Lou Rawls video I put up on Facebook all the time, where he's live in Japan, and they run about 3 or 4 blues songs together. I mean, that's such great blues. And even some like old blues like Robert Johnson or John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters, B.B. King. There's a lot of really good stuff in there. So, like any genre of music, you're going to find stuff you like and some you don't. But there's lots of good blues that I think you would like. If you like jazz, there's got to be some good blues that you would like. Oscar Peterson plays some great blues. And to the person who did leave that comment, if you like my style of playing, but that's what I love, I just love the jazz, chord progressions, with a little touch of the blues. Not in everything, but that's what I like. And you see, it worked pretty well there on Prelude to a Kiss, so let's do it again. Right here now. Once I realized that this would really help me out, is I started going through every key with like a unaltered kind of a dominant chord, and looking for not the B blues scale, but the one that's a minor third down from it, like the A flat blues scale. And I went through all the weird keys, so E, going to use the D flat blues scale. A, going to use F sharp. That's it. D, going to use B. Now, it doesn't sound like a B, but if I was going like... Now it sounds like B, but on D, it has a good sound there too. G, going to use the E blues scale. These are easy ones for me now, I think. C, going to use, the A blues scale. But when I get to those keys, I don't think A blues scale. I think that blues scale in C as opposed to this one. So once again, the way you think about it is whatever works for you. Everybody's different, and everybody thinks about music theory slightly different from somebody else. So I don't think there's any two people that think of it exactly the same way. The shortcuts, to find particular chords, there's so many shortcuts. You got to find the one that works for you. All right, that's it for me on this video. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Goodbye.